Yeah, and you play him tough in respawns, right? Like that's where I thought if they were going to get smoked, maybe.
Yeah, they were both like 10-point hard points.
Oh, yeah. It was very, very close games. So here we go. Into the mix. Goes Priesta, able to take the first and stay up. 4 kills through for 100 Thieves. All 5 down for Faze Clan, and that is the dream setup you can get. You already got the right side spawn and push. You win the first wave. You're in a fantastic position here to accrue some time and get set up for Orange.
Yeah, Kenny right now just trying to be annoying, cutting off those middle pushes, and finally a kill comes through for Faze as Zuma is able to find one. Slasher just locking down this base as a one-on-one against Scraps, and right now, 100 Thieves, this is a perfect start for them, and you're just in that situation. If you're Faze, what do we want to do? What is the decision? Asim finally going to get across top middle. He's going to have a 1v1 versus Slasher. Slasher's going to stay alive, and Slasher knows all of Faze are here. He's going to have some help, still able to find some kills, as Kenny's going to fly on through and find 2.
You get the spawn safe if you're Faze, but it's only going to be 1 spawn, because now look at the next one. 2 players spawning all the way out at blue. Octane, as he get drops, though, that could be huge for Faze. If they lose anybody, they should still be in a good spot, and there comes in the spawn for Scrap. So you've got the back now if you're Faze Clan, but here comes the 3-man push from 100 Thieves. Slasher and Enable combined for a trio. Is that enough to get the break? The swift answer is no. Celium holds the back. Zuma does him dirty inside, and Faze now set up with 40 seconds remaining.
Because there was still pressure towards this hill, and Enable was at the old hill. He went a one-on-one. There was a bit of a split spawn. I thought that was going to help Faze, but the kill's still going the way of 100 Thieves. You can hold this from the front.
Well, it was never really that clean for Faze. It was never that clean because that first big spawn for 100 Thieves came, like the close elbow for Pipe. So they were able to reinforce very, very quickly because of the split spawn, as you mentioned. And now a chance for Slasher to get some streaks on the back of this. He has some help, picked up a SOG, might be able to lock down Zuma, but he's just getting away with his life for now. Let his teammates get the kills. He'll worry about the rotation. And I like that from Slasher because, you know, you might get greedy, right? You're 50 off streaks. You might take a gunfight. You don't need to, but he opts to rotate into a position where he thinks he can guarantee himself a one-on-one.
Yeah, but Faze is flying. Now, as I say, if he gets those 50 points from the capture, that would be the streak. But Celium and Zuma just flew on through, as Zuma's going to find 2 kills, and now you're just in one of those situations where it just feels like you're playing your life for such a long period of time. Really, you're out of the fight. You can't help your guys in a 5 versus 5. So now he's just trying to get a bullet into someone. Kenny's going to open it up, and there he is. He's going to find and finish the kill on Celium. Here comes the rest of the team. Now on the other side, it's Zuma, who off that tree was able to find a lightning of his own.
Just 20 points separating these two teams. Slasher does track down the Hellstorm as well. And one thing that stood out, yeah, Slasher's going off, everybody else like kind of even or negative, but we got that stat, I think from JP, where 100 Thieves, it was kind of startling to see they were winning a lot of their hard points, even getting outslayed. They seem to be the perfect squad right now, but can they keep it going against Faze Clan? Let's hop to a Astro Gaming listen with 100 Thieves.
Go our side, get our inner and shit.
Okay, inner Tommy, I'm holding it.
I'm going outer to inner, hold on.
I'm holding it.
They're gonna run at you. Yo, 2 our side, one's our front blue window.
Outer, still dead.
Nice.
What's top mid?
Top mid,
Scraps Recon Hill, Scraps Recon Hill. He's their side hill. I'm holding outer. You went inner.
Top mid, Zuma, 1 hit.
Outer, far trade. Scraps is under. I gotta reload.
Top mid, I'm about to shake, stay. Yo, one's top mid, one's their inner.
Cage sell. They paint lightning. Cells and cages.
There's 2. Cell still cages.
We can absolutely.
Two.
No, they're in. Gonna be runner.
Top mid,
Two.
Another guy in it.
He's going
Quick.
Nice, good shit.
Tommy got fall top mid. Yeah, he dropped down. He jumped back up.
He got me. 2 top mid. One's top mid, one's cages. Top mid. Trey.
Top mid, 1 hit. Trey, he's going
Jump back up.
Come help you. Shall I get one or say last?
Chase, absolute chase. We can hold. Nice. Yo, 125 on streaks.
Where you at?
I'm top mid. I'm trying to put my streaks.
I have war, I can maybe try to get some.
There's 2 new press and wait. Scraps is 1 hit.
I'm about to jump
Son,
with you.
you might tell.
There's
I'm trying to look over.
Trophy mid also.
I'll be outer.
I'm looking close left.
Close up,
Nice. Might be window or pillar. Pillar. Dead. Yo, 25.
I got more shield. They're all red. They're all red. Or pipe.
I got more shakes.
I think we mid guys.
Red pillar.
Red pillar, Zuma.
Joe, your facial expression is Slasher ripped down 4 with the War Machine. It was that of disgust.
We are in, it is June, and if you do not have a player calling out that It is easy now. There is a score. You know when he's getting the War Machine. It's not like before when maybe you were caught off guard. Like, I get it if he's on like a 10 spree, right? And you're like, oh, well, I didn't see that. He was accumulating scores so fast.
He was 20 and 5, Joe.
Yeah, like, you just hit the scoreboard, put on flat jacket, put a trophy down. That shouldn't happen. It is way too late in the game for me. Oh, well, that shouldn't happen either.
Slasher 22 and 8, and perhaps his biggest opponent right now is the map as he takes a little dip off the side despite his stellar performance thus far. But Faze is going to be able to get set up at orange here first. This time a much more comfortable setup than we saw last time through.
Yeah, but now you have a Hellstorm that's going to be called in by Slasher. You're going to allow them to push up that back elbow. Can he find the kill? No, but it doesn't matter because 4 go down. The last player alive is Celium, who's like, yeah, I'm caught back here. And the rest of 100 Thieves just going to hunt him on down. Faze, they're going to try to get pushed up middle of the map. They're going to try to use the lightning strike.
I think you got a good example of the difference in spawns. Like when we talked about last time through, like when 100 Thieves got spawned out, they were at the close side elbow.
Yeah.
That time at the break, you saw Faze all the way at the backside elbow. And it might not seem like a lot, but those couple of seconds give you a chance to get in positions of power. And you see 100 Thieves doing the dirty work behind it with 20 seconds left to go. They are blowing this one wide open. Slasher still having himself a game. He's 25 and 9. Octane on the other side is 8 and 9. Like.
But this is like the third hill in a row, right, for where 100 Thieves is dominated. But the second hill was Elevator, where it was an easy break for 100 Thieves off 4 War Machine kills, right? Like it's a little mistake like that, which then leads to this giant momentum swing for 100 Thieves. Now it's a 90-point game, and 100 Thieves, they're in an opportunity to where in the next couple of hills they can win the game. Well, just spirals out of control right from that first hill.
A chance to chain back-to-back bases. They've got a presence at Elevator. They've got the crossfire top mid, and now a deep spawn once again for FaZe Clan as 100 Thieves get set up at blue. Now they're trying to look for their push. Looks like they're going to send 2 through elbow, 3 through top mid. And as Slasher wraps back, he might get a wondrous timing to pick them off as they push in. And that's exactly what he's going to find. Playing FaZe like a fiddle right now is 3, 4 go down for FaZe Clan. 100 Thieves push through the 200-point barrier. And they're looking to close this one out.
I think the discussion between Slasher and Octane that we were having in the green room, they were having in the back, I think that fired Slasher up a little bit right now. 30 and 11 from him, outperforming Octane. But the good thing for 100 Thieves, they're on the same team.
It's not search and destroy, though. That's what the argument was about.
Well, no, the argument started, right?
Oh, I missed the beginning of it.
We talked about if you had to choose between one of them to start your team, who would you take?
I said Slasher.
I said Slasher as well.
A very close conversation, but
I just think there's some recency bias for Octane right now.
I mean, they're both godlike. I mean, you can't really go wrong with one. I lean a little bit towards Slasher. They still need 27 points before this map one is over. Celium trying to make plays with the Tempest, but this would be one absurd comeback. Maybe FaZe can show they've got some life, though, and at least start to make this a little bit more respectable. They don't get 100-point club, so that's at least one step. Now, how far can they actually push this? Celium, ineffective and efficient Tempest, but he's only 13 and 19, despite the fact that he got 4 kills from that.
Straps with his War Machine, and what do you know? 100 Thieves, they have Flak Jacket ready, so he just has to spray one. Does get a direct hit onto a navel, but he has no help. Slasher, he's gonna clean that kill on up. Now 100 Thieves, 19 points away from winning this game one. FaZe, let's see what they have. Zero is close to a Purifier, but I don't think he's gonna get it on the other side. Enable has his, and he's just gonna lock this lane down. Now if you're FaZe, you have to try to flood top middle.
Here comes the flood. This is the final push for FaZe Clan. Not gonna make it in. 100 Thieves, a dominant effort.
Thanks, Clint. Well, he said that he was a little bit surprised. He did admit being surprised at the loss to EG, but he also didn't seem like he was really kind of beating himself up over it. He said, yeah, we hadn't played in a while, so we came in slow. It happens. He also said that in this match versus FaZe, he reiterated some of the things that, you guys and the analysts were saying, which is these are both really strong respawn teams. So in Octane's opinion, it kind of comes down to the S&D. Now, over on the side of FaZe, Zuma said that they took a look at their S&D and they're feeling really, really confident about it. He also said, of course, 100 Thieves is what he calls the best team in the world, but he says that he feels no pressure playing them. And it's funny because after saying that, a few minutes later, he also said, well, we're just as good as 100 Thieves. We just haven't been showing it yet. So, of course, we just got to play the way we're supposed to. That's all I've got. Back on over to the casters.
In the past, we've had dominant respawn teams be like, yeah, I mean, we won't worried about search and destroy too much. I mean,
well, I said
we'll try to win 50%.
I argued on trading shots that was my biggest takeaway. Like the fact that they put in all that time, they put money on the line, they played top amateurs, they played search and destroy stars. It came to fruition. I mean, I guess I like when people put in the effort, and it shows.
But I think 100 Thieves are taking a realistic look at it, as there are going to be a lot of teams with a ton of talent that are going to be able at times to win a respawn or two against us. So, you know, we have to be good at search and destroy because there's so many stars in this league. We can't always play perfect hardpoint. We can't always play perfect control. So for those guys, it was hey, let's continue to get better. But in round number 1, it's all Faze. They're going to clean everybody on up as 3 are able to stay alive. A clean round 1 for them.
And that'll be, I guess, one of the biggest talking points for them this week is they're pretty set in stone with their spot with regards to the actual playoff. But remember, they still need to get 1 win to at least solidify that and make sure they're a lock in. But here comes the pressure on mid-map from 100 Thieves. It's a 4-man hit. 0. Push back immediately, but that's going to open up the bomb side of A. Plant in for Faze.
Well, you see, because 4 push top middle, you see where Slasher's position is. Remember, when we've casted them in the past, he at some points does get caught, but this time he plays very patient. Kenny Enable able to find some kills. Priesta finds Celium. Enable with his second. It's all on to Zuma. And while we casted this map, I believe it was Optic versus 100 Thieves Saturday night, where they just bullied into A time and time again. They did not switch off the strat on offense or defense. Yeah, but I like that from Slasher because a lot of teams started to catch on to that strat and they would just push out the solo player. But he's playing so deep, even if they do, he still has the chance to come back and help his teammates. And then, well, they go right to beat. They're going to find the first blood on the 0. That's going to be an immediate plant. Faze is here, though. They're here quickly. This rotation, can 100 Thieves back on up, and they can. Yeah, you just can't get picked if you're 0. You got to at least take one with you or get out and wait for the rotation. But as he drops, massive numbers here to 100 Thieves. That continues to go as Octane lines him up with the ICR. Scraps, last alive for Faze. This is back-to-back sensational rounds out of 100 Thieves. Slasher's got him pinned. There's the call-up. There's the challenge. Kenny able to take it. We have not seen, if you lose that first player that's watching that site, I don't know what the exact stat is, obviously, but we have not seen many retakes from that spot. It requires, I feel like, a big blunder on the side of the planting team. And Kenny did get those streaks. Looks like he's just pinging the Lightning for now. Not going to be called in. Faze are playing this a little bit differently, where you have Scrap sort of on an island with the bomb. So you have 4 towards the A site, but the bomb carrier is towards B. Now Scrap's just going to back on up. Slasher cluster out. It's going to connect. But the stuns are here for Faze. That's going to open up some lanes for Asim. I don't think he got that through the door. If that gets through the door, maybe that turns into a kill for him. Instead, it's trades within Shower. Cluster going to connect as it sticks to Slasher. Now a 2 versus 2.
Priesta tries to hit the edge, couldn't connect on the melee. Re-challenges, wins the gunfight. 1 more there, tagged up and dropped as Octane gets the headshot. The search and destroy. It is a frightening thing. Kenny out to 6 and 2, still the streaks to use, just not the ping for the Lightning. And Octane, 225 off streaks as well. Bit of a change up here. 0 was in this position last time around, and he got caught as the push came in. Scraps is like, you're not hunting me down. He's going to play his life. Back on up as the rotation comes through. Bomb is the last player in. That's going to be Octane trying to get up into a position, but control of broken completely to 100 Thieves right now.
I think 100 Thieves at the start were trying to fake it because they sent 2 towards A and 3 towards B, and the bomb carrier was A side. But I think Kenny just pushed up the street. They called for the rotation. They hit the plan in. So 3 versus 3, this is what we were talking about. Once you get Octane back here, once you have Slasher watching over him, how do you defuse this bomb if you're Faze? Plus, you still have to deal with Enable, who's in such a sneaky position. He's getting so much information. They do find it. The trade isn't there. But this is what I was saying. Octane now, the laser beam has Slasher watching over him. Plus, he has the lightning strike, 1 kill in. It's all down to Zuma on 1 versus 1. Slasher, I think, just tried it. He got a dead slide. He got a dead slide. Zuma versus Slasher, but the time, he gets the kill, but the time just not there.
Make a happy person.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can go with that. That works.
Well, there's a first blood, a much needed one for Faze Clan, as they've been having trouble from that position. They get the opening, and now they'll get the bomb down, and we've talked about how difficult this spot is, but you know what makes it easier?
Streaks, yeah.
No,
I actually thought Kenny was going to go for it right away. Maybe he thought they were just going to bait it out, but Kenny's going to be aggressive with an ICR. He finds the kill. Asim, they're going to trade it out.
Both of your streak players are dead now.
And Kenny played that so aggressive. But maybe he was doing what I was talking about, where you're just trying to catch the players rotating off
throughout the course of this game 2 or game 1. 100 Thieves going right back to their bread and butter, it appears. They're going to A. They've got a 4-on-2, at least in the early going. The rotation should come in very quickly. Yeah, you see Zuma and Zero kind of hightailing it over.
Plant going down now. You also have Slasher working top middle, trying to be that lurk player for 100 Thieves. Now he's going to back on up to his teammate Nate from the team.
This could be huge. It does connect. Another first blood for Faze. Kenny's going to get dropped. Priesta, though, with the immediate answer. Zuma slides out and challenge. Now Zuma's got 2 streaks. Zuma's starting to take over. That's 7 in a row for him. The flank comes in for 0. Him and Scraps able to lock down 2. The final player, once again, is going to be Priesta. The trade is there. Now streaks become balanced. A 1-round game. Faze going huge to make this game 2 a whole hell of a lot more interesting.
Yeah, but you're talking, it just starts with that first blood with an 800 Kenny.
Well, take that point entirely away. I was thinking it was one of their upfront SOG guys, but yeah, you're right, that was Kenny. All right, so 3 streaks for 100 Thieves, 2 for Zuma.
So I can hear Zuma talking. I think he just pinged his lightning.
And they know there's heavy presence over towards B, so they're going to wrap this back to A. The play call comes in correct.
This might be one of the scenarios, though, yeah, where Kenny's going to call in the Hellstorm just for some information. He's not going to see much. Usually that means they're all inside the A site. He's going to try to bend it in, not going to connect with anything, but it'll at least allow them to try to retake it. But Asim, look at Asim going on a big flank through middle ice cream. Can he find the kill? No. Priesta able to stay alive, does such a good job. And now they just leave him. They're going to go play the 5 versus 4 inside the A site.
0. Nice shots in. First blood again for Faze Clan. Lopsided advantage. Chance for 3 in a row. And Scraps very close to streaks. 100 Thieves getting picked apart. Is Faze taking over this game 2? Octane and Priesta trying to make the clutch. Celium's going to get them all. I think he had 3 or 4 in the round.
The retake, we'll use the Hellstorm. We can go back in. Off the start, it was Zuma. Let's use the ping, get information. Which site are they stacking? So right now, I just think it's an information war. 100 Thieves, they go right back to their strategy. We're just going to try to bully you at A. Hopefully you don't have grenades, or we'll have flak jacket and trophies ready.
Scraps still looking for that kill to get the streaks. The lightning is huge. Zuma, the streak is now up to 9. 5v3 for Faze, 4 first bloods in a row, a chance for 4-round victories in a row. It was 4-1 advantage 100 Thieves. Now they're falling apart. They catch one player full stunned. Slasher though, Slasher gets 3. Try and push this to around 11. I think that was 0. That's also close to streak. So God, how this game 2 has been shifted on its head. It's been nuts. Sight wide open. Octane's going to call on the lightning, and he does catch one. That's going to be the bomb planter in a seam. He's going to get caught. So similar to we saw Zuma opening up the round previously with the streak. Now it's Octane's turn. Advantage, 100 Thieves. Enable. I think Zero's got double punched by 2 players.
2 players. Zuma
Just
trying to find Slasher. You can see they know Slasher likes to play on an island, but they can't hunt him down. And before that, yes, he's going to get a kill. That's all he has to do. So now it's a 4 versus 1. But it all starts with the lightning. I mean, this story has just been around the first bloods. When you're going to play so aggressive inside this A site, that man advantage is just so important.
And it feels like the first bloods have come in such an array of
grenades, lightning strikes.
Melee, yeah, it's just everything.
Fence.
Yeah. So Kenny's lightning he's been holding on to for what seems forever. You do have TAC 5 for 100 Thieves to the opening break, so that's massive. And shocking, they're right back to A.
Kenny's going to use the lightning, maybe just clear some lanes. That's going to allow Enable to plant the bomb behind it. It's exactly what they wanted. Zuma Hellstorm is going to be able to find a kill. 1 versus 1 on the flank. Scraps, he's going to get taken down, and I don't think the Hellstorm connected with anything.
It's like every round.
And one player's hunting him down. 0 is trying to hunt Slasher down. That's going to waste so much time off the clock. You have a 4 versus 3 on this side of the map for 100 Thieves, and this is just where they're so good. You have to wait for 0 to try to make a play, but now we're in a position where, guess what? Slasher's waiting for you, and there we go. In the round 11, 100 Thieves going to go up 2-0.
The Revenge 17 Call of Duty World League Champion. up game fuel. Level up the game.
Welcome back to the Call of Duty World League. We're in the midst of a, well, what I thought was going to be kind of a nail-biting series here between Faze and 100 Thieves, but score-wise, it's 2-0 to 100 Thieves. Yes, Faze pushed them to around 11, but the hard point, not quite so close. An absolute blowout as 100 Thieves from the midway on just kind of completely took over that game. We'll now get into an Arsenal control, see if Faze has what it takes to extend this series. Or if 100 Thieves, yeah, maybe he's pissed off about the loss yesterday, come in and put Faze in the dirt quickly.
Yeah, what a response this would be, right? For a lot of people, it's like, man, can't wait to watch this match. You know, two Respawn, you know, two of the best Respawn teams in the world, and they just 3-0 them. Just say, hey, everybody, yeah, we can have some off days as well. But off the break, Slasher working inside events, able to find a couple of kills with the ICR. That's going to allow his teammates to push on up, and that's going to be a clean 5 dead.
Well, I think people are excited too because it's the first time we've seen them match up, right?
Yep.
At least on land. So it's just you're looking forward to it. You're looking forward to it. And well, if you're a Faze fan, it's been tough to be excited thus far, but they are an excellent Respawn team. Maybe this is the swing to get them back into the midst of things, but in the early going, going to be a 5-life advantage now for 100 Thieves that they've dominated. This has been, yeah, it's been a great map. Great map for 100 Thieves.
Well, you just talk about the break, right? If you're the offensive team, you can't lose full map control off the break. It is so hard to retake it when you're 5 dead, and now you have to force yourself through window, through lobby, and you'll see what happens. 3 dead. Just like that, there's 20 seconds left in the round. 0, he's going to stagger the push. You just had 3 push, now you've had 2. So staggered from Faze, 10 seconds to get in. I don't even know if they're going to have time to contest onto the A point.
Well, I think you nailed it.
They've lost 6 lives! 6!
I think you nailed it. Like, if you lose that break and you're on offense, you're no longer fighting for the objective. You're spending 60 seconds to try and fight for some kind of map control.
Trying to get vents, right? Like, just trying to get inside of this middle area.
Frustrating round for Faze, but can they get a better opening break? And I mean, that's, to be fair, that's one of the things we've highlighted for 100 Thieves and control in general, but especially this map.
Arsenal,
like,
yeah.
They're so good at the break. Did they win another one? This time, at least Selly made able to pick up a kill, but then look at the rest of the kill feed. 3 in a row, make it 4 now for 100 Thieves. Scraps the last man up, D's wallbang, that's 5 down for Faze.
And it's one of those things where it's just like, what do they do and how do you sort of counter it? And it just feels like not a lot of teams have figured out how to counter it, because I tell you what, there's plenty of videos where you can go and watch exactly what their breakoff is.
Well, I'm curious with how frustrating an opening this has been for Faze. Has it maybe affected the comms a little bit? Let's go to an Astro Gaming listen with Faze Clan.
We're down 3 lows.
I'm gonna stack trophy on the team trophy, guys.
Got one.
I trophy.
Got 2. No one allowed. Kitchen.
Where are you going?
One's kitchen.
I'm only deep.
I have trophy.
They can come generators. Just get generators, please.
I'm watching lobby.
They can come vent. They can come
Just get generators.
I don't think there's anything vent.
Yo, this team likes
What's
playing
top
right.
turret?
This guy likes playing right.
Or is that you top?
I don't top. I touch
Vent,
trophy.
Go speak if you don't have to. No, me, shut up.
This team loves playing right.
I'm all right. One more low ramp. He's only 2 there, probably. Kenny's deep. Kenny's too deep. Don't commit.
Oh, there's 2 there. Well, one's already. He's hitting steps.
Okay, out chains deep. I told you don't play solo. He's back stairs and he's close to him. Close left.
What did you think about that listening?
Oh, you heard Scrap sort of say, don't speak unless you have to. They were just waiting for the push from 100 Thieves and they had an opportunity to shut it down. So, I mean, I get it. There's a lot of the times we talk about sort of hype, right? And it honestly just creates like these flustered comms where you're just like, what did you just say, right? Like, why are you repeating the same thing 7 times? I get it. There's someone in lobby, right? Like just one of those call-outs. So,
I know this. I know this isn't hardpoint, but yeah, that sounded. Yeah, that was, I feel like, some of the least words I've heard spoken in a listening recently, at least in a recent.
Well, you're set up defensively. You have all areas that, you know, like what do we have to call out right now?
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing to, let's use the audio. Let's see if we can hear their footsteps, try to get any information they can. Because, yeah, a lot of the times I think people misread hype for flustered comms. So, nice job from Faze, but we'll see if they can hang on to this defense and tie the game up 1-1.
Octane and Scraps have been having an ICR battle for the last 45 seconds. We'll see if one of them will end up winning it, but there's not a lot of time on the clock. 100 Thieves have got to go. There's a pick in the lobby. The slide comes in across. 2 are going to drop. 3 are going to drop. Faze now in trouble. A chance to bury the remaining players. Kenny bails him out. Kenny gets 2, and now into the point they go. Clock is stopped as they start to move forward on the objective. Kenny's got to go big with his ICR. At least pushes one outside of the map, opens up for Priesta to make the play, snaps back into action and able to connect. That should be the point. 2-0, 100 Thieves.
Then you can sort of, make some plays through lobby. And now you have Enable with streaks as he's 9-3.
Well,
just so clean from 100 Thieves.
I like it. I mean, Faze doing their homework, but unfortunately, that deals with one push. Problem is they had 2 more.
Yeah, right. I mean, you can do all the homework that you want. You just still have to shoot the best players in the world. That's pretty difficult to do.
Once again, it is a good opening for 100 Thieves. 3 going to be down for Faze off the rip. Priesta flanks through and picks up a seam out towards the B side as well. Scraps, the only man that's able to find a kill. Zuma gets involved as well, but that's just 3 breaks in a row that you felt good about 100 Thieves.
Now you have Octane 75 points away. He's going to use the Tempest snaps, but that's not going to turn into some streaks. You still have the Lightning Strike if you need it on Enable. As Faze, a couple players going to get on this B site. Asim's trying to get aggressive. Slasher waiting for his help, but it's Priest who comes through vents, finds the 2 kills, and now the pressure towards the A side. But Priest is just going to fly across, try to trap them in.
Zuma trying to get the angle to shut that down. The wallbang is through. Neither player able to finish the either. Octane, though, does get it done as 2 of them are in vents in the crossfire, seemingly enough to get it done. The first point has not been finished. They're able to get that first bit of progress onto the A site, but there's not a ton of time here. Do you take another crack at this if you're 100 Thieves? It looks like they're just going to try and set up for the trap as of now.
Yeah, I mean, when you have all the specialists that you have the Lightning as well. I think you just give it up. Make sure you don't give a lot of lives away. That's exactly what they did. Yeah, they just trapped them in there, able to use their teamwork. That's going to be 3 dead. 1 player inside events. That's going to be Zuma. But he's the last man that's pushed up for Faze. Now it's a...
Woo!
Okay, I thought he was going to go down. I was saying now it's a fight for map position. But you still have some because Zuma, and he re-challenges another one.
I thought he was going to win that one, too. That would have been a couple insane one-on-one wins for Zuma.
Oh, well.
Priesta goes through, but Enable has already picked up that player. He's getting challenged from the edge as well. It's Celium that's gotten through lobby. Slasher, mistakes are made. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe outside the map, out a little bit too long.
Now you have Enable's Lightning Strike. This is where it's going to come in. Kenny's able to win on one-on-one. Looks like they're just waiting for it. That's exactly what they are. A take does come through, but this will allow them to regain control of site as Priest is going to find 2 inside the lobby and somehow stay alive. Asim was there, but couldn't find the kill. And that's what happens when you have some streaks. Allows those easy retakes to come through.
Now 8 on 7. Faze with really one final push.
And this would just be that round win, right? You go back to a defense. Your specialist would start to load on up if you can just somehow clutch this round.
I don't even think that stun hit him somehow.
That type match
wouldn't have mattered much, but yeah, it looked like it just disappeared in the vent. 20 seconds on the clock. Kenny needs to get 1. He's able to do just that. Priesta pops out of his hiding place inside of the vent.
So there's nobody here, so watch the other ways.
2 go down for 100 Thieves. This is maybe a chance, but Priesta wins a couple of big gunfights. That's 3 in a row for Priesta. 2 remaining, 2 off spawn. Not enough time to get to the point. It's a 3-0 in the control. It's a 3-0 in the series. 100 Thieves once again reaffirm the fact that they're the top squad in the game. But on stage, the victors, it's 100 Thieves. It's Octane with our PlayStation Instant Reaction.
Thank you, Clint. So what's different today that you come in and you 3-0 a team like Faze, whereas, you lost to EG yesterday?
Well, yesterday we hadn't played in about a week. I mean, obviously that's no excuse, but I mean, we knew it was a kick in the ass a little bit to pick it up. So we came in, got some good scrims in. We were all up late last night playing 8s and stuff. So we just came in. We knew this match meant a lot. Faze is an incredible team, so it's a good win.
Now, S&D is the game mode that you said was going to be kind of a toss-up, and indeed it was really close. What was it that gave you guys the edge to win?
Just the amount of streaks that we had. That's 2 gridlocks in a row that we've played since we've been here that we were up like 4-1, that we should have closed the map with ease, and we let both teams come back. So that's something we got to worry about a little bit. We'll go back and watch it, obviously, and then Austin got a blood 5-5, and then we just dropped the bomb with streaks. So.
Now, we chatted a little bit before this about how 100 Thieves is doing overall in the standings and everything. So how are you feeling overall with what's going on there?
I think we're secured the 2nd seed regardless. I think Heretics and Splice are both far enough behind us that it doesn't matter if we lose out or anything like that. So we're just using the league as some adjustments on our map pool, trying to play a little bit more than we usually do. So
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. Over to Katie at the desk.
Thank you, Jess.